All right, Zach.
Yeah.
Zach, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
I was born in Tupelo, Mississippi at Lee County Memorial Hospital.
Tell me about your family.
I grew up with my step-grandmother, Darla K. Herman, and my grandfather, Thomas Gerald Herman. My birth mother was in prison the majority of my life. When I was 23, she got out. I got to meet her for the first time. 56-year-old woman living at the, what's it called? The nursing home with her mother. And
What was your mom in prison for?
murder. From what I understand, my grandfather told me that she was a stripper and she was on drugs and an alcoholic. My little brother, she mistreated and abused for the first year and a half of his life, and then he came to live with us. We moved to Arkansas when I was 9. Had a pretty good, a decent childhood. A little bit of bullying because I was the new kid, but that wasn't nothing serious. I started using drugs probably 12 years old. I got my first quarter pound. One of my friend's dads gave it to me, and I made $200 and was able to afford 2 of them. And from that point, I was pretty much caught. I was using drugs and selling drugs. I sold drugs all through junior high, all through high school. By the end of high school, I was using Roxys and heroin on a daily basis. I wasn't shooting yet, I was snorting them. By the end of high school, I was in Dallas, Texas. And I'd already been homeless for 4 years. But I'd have a place to stay, I'd get a hotel or something like that. I wasn't on the streets yet. I wasn't strung out to my view. One of my friends ended up finding me down there and seeing me, and I was sitting against the wall, and I was smoking spice, and I OD'd on spice. And he called an ambulance for me, went to the hospital, and he said, "Hey man, you should come to San Diego." He said, "I'll buy you insurance and I will, I'll pay you." So I came out to San Diego for 3 months and I made 12 grand. And that's when my drug addiction, I think, really exploded. And all my other addictions that I have.
Was your dad in your life?
My dad, no, I don't even know his name. I don't even know my dad's name. I think they've told me, but I don't even think they know. I mean, my mom was a stripper. She was a whore. She's a piece of shit. Probably one of the worst people I've ever met. All the things that people do to me on a daily basis out here, that's how she is. She don't give a fuck about nobody else. She only gives a fuck about herself. And every single day I've sacrificed almost every bit of money I make, every piece of money I make goes to the people around me. But yeah, it's crazy.
Did you finish high school?
No, I was expelled 7 days before the end of high school for having a pack of cigarettes and smoking a joint off campus. And they didn't let me graduate, they didn't let me walk. Still to this day, have not got my diploma. And even whenever I went to prison the 2 times out here in California, I didn't, they wouldn't let me finish it because I was too smart. And they said because I was too smart. I swear to God. Because, they make you take the little tape thing, and I scored perfect on it. So they were like, you can't take it, you have to get a job. And they didn't even give me a job. It was dumb.
When did you come out to LA?
When I come out to LA, I would probably say it was the middle of 2016, because I came to San Diego December 26, 2015. That was the day that I got on a plane. And I can remember like it was yesterday because I was wearing shorts and flip-flops and a short sleeve shirt. And I got off the plane in San Diego and it was so fucking cold. It was like 42 degrees and everybody's laughing at me. And they're like, do you not think it got cold in California? I was like, you know, I had to answer correctly. I couldn't tell him a lie. I was like, no, I didn't think it got cold. Everybody's just clowning me. It was funny, but I was drunk. I got super drunk on that plane. I was snorting fentanyl and snorting Xanax. I've actually been kicked off a plane in LA like multiple times for abusing narcotics and getting drunk. That's it. And they just tell me, like, they put me in a taxi and then tell me don't come back. And then it would happen again, like, the next week.
Where are you staying now?
Now, I sleep on the sidewalk or at a friend's house, wherever I really, like, pass out, wherever I get tired at. It's come to the point where, like, I don't even like going around people, and all the people that are around me are toxic. And I don't want to be around that. I want to move forward.
Your drug is fentanyl now?
Fentanyl, cocaine, PCP, Xanax, Valium, any tranquilizer. I haven't done an opiate in a long time. Most fentanyl addicts think that they're doing an opiate, and they're not. It's a dissociative tranquilizer. It's like PCP.
What do you think got you on this path? Is it just not having your parents in your life?
No, it's a combination of things and a combination of what I like to call the greater consciousness, trying to experience each way that life can be experienced. So I try not to look at it in a negative view, because I don't want to bring negative things upon me, you know. And that is a hard thing to do at times for myself. And that's why I use drugs. But when I can't do it, I just get high and then I just fucking like go nod out or go to sleep for hours. You know? My grandpa died July 1st, 2017. And step-grandma's still alive. She's in Arkansas. She won't even tell me her address. Swear to God. I ain't seen them since Dad died.
So you have nobody now?
My grandpa. Yeah, I ain't got nobody.
What do you do for money?
Sell drugs, boost. Sometimes I do artwork, sometimes I do tattoos. I had a job where like I administered people. Like literally celebrities and like directors and stuff. It was insane. The things like, and I would get paid $100 per person for that. It was nuts. I couldn't believe it. I've lived in the Hollywood Hills. Like, a person has just walked up to me and been like, hey, can you sell this? And would you do this? Like, administer people, you know? And give me $100 per person, $50 per person. Because they wanted somebody that would know how to do it, you know? Somebody that had a little bit of schooling on how to do it.
When you say administer, you mean?
Shoot them up with drugs, yeah.
Do you have friends?
Yeah, I have a bunch of friends. I have a couple people I call my family out here.
These are people on the street?
Yeah. Some of them.
How old are you, Zach?
28.
28. You been in love before?
Yeah.
What emotions do you go through living this life?
Paranoia, hate, anger, Negative, violent emotions. All right, that's about it.
Would you describe yourself
I mean,
as self-destructive?
Somewhat, but not as much today as I was whenever I was a kid growing up. Not much at all. Thinking about it, I actually do. I have a lot of love for other people experiencing this life and that I go through in this life because I struggle so much. And so if I can lighten somebody's load, that's what I would do. To me, that's the right thing to do. To me, like, if we just act like each other are humans and we don't see race, skin color, and we just love, then, things will be much easier. But it's California, they gotta do politics. And that shit, like, really affects it. Like, I got stabbed in my head in March because I was white and he said I had money. And he stole everything I had.
What do you worry about? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of?
Nothing. I've died over 200 times and came back. I'm not scared anymore. Like, I'm not gonna fear something that's imminent and is gonna happen anyway. I've been shot, I've been stabbed.
Do you feel helpless against your addiction?
Nope. Not at all. If I wanted to quit today, I could go and pick up 7 Xanax bars and be off of this shit in a week. I just did it 2 weeks ago. Just to see if it would work. And I didn't do any fentanyl for a whole week. And I only take a quarter or half a bar at a time. Wouldn't black out, wouldn't nothing. So, pretty confident that's why I'm going home. I'm gonna go back home and get off of it. I got almost $6 grand in the bank. It'll take a couple weeks to get back into the bank account. Get all my ID and get all that shit.
So you're going back to?
I'm moving to Texas.
To Texas.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Try to find a job as a chef. Maybe grow some weed. Something simple.
You're still young. You can start your life over.
Yeah. Want to go to college, so I need to get a diploma.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
What has this chapter in your life taught you?
Don't ever give up on anybody. Don't ever give up on yourself. Love is as how you feel God has loved you. Don't never let anybody run over you. Don't let them take advantage of you. Don't let them steal from you. And I know a lot of people might look down on what I might about to say, but if somebody takes something from you or takes food out of your mouth or something that's putting food in your mouth and the people you love, your kids, strike them down with the might of God. Because that's the devil. That would be the devil, in my opinion. That would be the only people that would do that. That's what it's taught me.
All right, Zach. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Good luck in Texas. Thanks.